Hi, friends, and welcome to one of May's Patreon activity. Today, we'll be creating a magical forest tied to the theme of shamanic earth magic. So I thought it would be fun to just create a magical garden in whatever medium, whatever way and format you feel called to do. I already created my backdrop and saved some time on the video, but I basically put a bunch of acrylics and watercolor paper, or I'm sorry, watercolor inks together and created sort of a magical galaxy type background. And I also Mod Podge some washi tape and scrapbooking paper just to kind of make a little bit of an abstract collage in the sky. So this specific garden that I am personally creating is one that is very similar to the one I envision in my inner child meditation. If you have done my inner child meet and heal the inner child workshop, which is accessible to all Patreon members, you know that I guide you through a magical garden or a beautiful garden of your liking where you get to meet your inner child. So for me, I kind of went back into my own garden and I decided to create as the focal point really a tree. It is not the same type of tree that I see in my meditation. The one that I see in meditation is this gigantic willow tree. But I still wanted to have the same symbolism in my art journal. So for this activity, I encourage you to create your own magical garden. So this garden is something that allows you to escape the everyday world and that you feel sort of a sanctuary. Your forest can be magical. It can be very simple. It could be very plain. It could be made of collaged paper. Maybe it's just in pencils or markers. It can be done in literally whatever medium you want. The desired goal of this activity is to create a garden that gives you hope. It gives you retreat. It connects you to the earth. Because this month's topic is about earth magic, it is finding that magical place on earth that you feel you can create your own reality, that you can find rest and peace and abundance. Some things that you could think about when making this piece is what elements do you want to bring into your artwork? What elements do you want to have in your magical garden? Is it trees? Do you have a special connection with trees or a certain type of flowers? Or is it nighttime in your magical garden? Is it daytime? Are there lots of clouds? Are there animal friends? Are there any other metaphysical symbolisms that you want to include? What makes you feel the safest? What makes you feel the most empowered? So these are all things that you can put into your art journal activity and create your garden. And it can look however you see it in your mind's eye. As you can see, I did not spend a whole lot of time on the tree, and I'm not spending a whole lot of time on the other elements that I'll be adding. A big part of that is because I wanted to make the background, the one more detailed and more time consuming. So when I did the background, the purples and the blues and the Mod Podge, I spent more time and it was a meditative process because the colors and the swirls and the shades and the different layers signified just how complex and absolutely welcoming and beautiful and magical my meditation garden, my magic garden can be. So because that in itself is such a more complex color and structure, I didn't want to add a lot of, details. So the tree itself, it does not have a whole lot of foliage. I will be adding some leaves shortly, but I just wanted to kind of give the idea and not be super specific because even though I have a specific image of my garden when I go into meditation, that can actually change. So by not being overly specific with the elements, I'm allowing myself to say, sometimes my garden can change depending on what I need, depending on how I feel. So it is the same with this girl's outline that I'm creating, which represents me. I'm basically standing under the tree and I'm just doing the minimal that I can and just creating a simple outline and not going crazy with details or shading or anything like that.